पता है, but you know about manifestation, right? This is a trend, like I think in your generation only, to manifest things, right? Yes, na? ठीक है. So, and people believe in that, like not only like even unfortunately some Muslims, but everyone believes in that, right? In manifestation, that if you manifest something, what about others? Sara को पता है, बाकी Fatima, you guys know about manifestation?
Yes, sir.
है ना? देखिए पूरा पूरा घर के पूरा जनरेशन ही ना, ये तो बिल्कुल ही half of you are depressed and half of you are I don't know what doing. ठीक है, listen, क्या होता है उसमें, है ना? You imagine it like you have it, right? And whatever thing that you are like seeking for, correct? हाँ, yes or no?
Yes.
है ना? दुआ में क्या है, that you have to ask it like your Lord will give it, है ना?
Yes.
How is it different? How is it different? Huh? So I don't know why people go to these. हाँ, एक नया नाम दे दिया manifestation, है ना? तो बहुत like sounds cool and all, but still fundamentals are like things are the same. So when you are manifesting, Allah is like, okay, fine, बच्चे मांग रहे हैं, ठीक है, let's give them. Okay, but it is the same thing as, not same thing, I would not say. I would say that make dua rather than these new gimmicks of West. Okay, chalo. Fine. So I'm sharing one screen, है ना? So I have done till here. Okay, and today I have to do next one, that is the nearest neighbor of body centered cubic. Okay, so I will delete these things. So I will be looking at the three nearest neighbors: the first nearest neighbor, the second nearest neighbor, and the third nearest neighbor. Okay, so this is BCC. आपके पेरेंट्स को पता है manifestation का? हाँ? Do your parents know about it? That there is something called? हाँ? पूछना पड़ेगा. Okay. So like this generation has like in their head so many things that the parents, they don't even know the name of those things. That is why like it's a huge gap.
Manifestation.
अच्छा, आपको नहीं पता है फातिमा को. Okay. So सारा, आप बताएंगी इन्हें?
Imagining that you already have that so that you will get it in the future sooner or something.
You heard it, Fatima Ansari?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard of this thought before? या फिर आपने पहली बार सुना?
Yeah, first time.
First time. See, बहुत सही. है ना? She goes to masjid and all. That is why. इनको नहीं पता, अच्छा नहीं पता, है ना? You make dua only. ये बकवास चीजें. Okay, Hafsa is also here.
Fatima. नहीं, दूसरी बात.
अच्छा, you're sorry. You're दूसरी Fatima. Okay, fine. अच्छा, I'm sorry.
Even I go to masjid.
अच्छा, you go to masjid. Okay, fine. That's good. Okay. Hafsa, assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum salam, sir. I'm fine.
You're fine, but you're late. What happened?
Sir, there's an issue with the net. I couldn't connect.
आपका मिस हो गया, फिर वाइवा मिस हो गया, ठीक है ना? Okay.
Okay.
So in the last class we read nearest neighbors of simple cubic. Today we'll be doing nearest neighbors of body centered cubic and for FCC, face centered cubic. Fine. So let me make the body centered cubic. So in body centered there are 8 atoms on the corners. There is some time also, na Sarah, for it? Huh?
Sure, I am not so much into it.
Not
I
sure.
have only heard of it.
I think this is the time that those like your generation does it. I was so amazed when I had this. I was like, oh my god. Okay, so in body centered cubic you have atoms on the corners and then you have atom on the center. Okay, atoms on the center. So when I look at the first nearest neighbor, okay, first nearest neighbor देखने के लिए, so I know first of all I will have to look at the atoms that are touching each other, right? In body centered cubic, the atoms that are touching each other, they will be only the first nearest neighbor, right? So always the first nearest neighbor is the coordination number only. Okay, is the coordination number. I will show you how. if you look at this body centered atom, if you look at this atom, then this atom is connected to, you can say, this particular corner atom, right? This particular corner atom and also this particular corner atom. So this line that we have, it is the, sorry, this line that we have, this is the body diagonal, right? Yes or no? This is the body
Yes.
diagonal, है ना? So, but we only need this length from here to here, because these are the atoms which are touching each other, and these are the atoms which are nearest to each other. One corner atom and the other is the face, the body center atom, right? So this red length will be, the total length is a root 3, and it will be now half of that, a root 3 by 2, correct? The first nearest neighbor is
Yes.
a root 3 by 2 distance away from the next nearest neighbor. Okay, and how many are there? So see, this body center atom is touching all the 8, right? So coordination number. So there are 8 atoms which are the first nearest neighbors. Okay, first nearest neighbor. So there will be 8 atoms. There will be 8 atoms away from, like, from each atom. There will be 8 atoms which are away a root 3 by 2 distance. Okay, so for each atom, we have 8 atoms which are a root 3 by 2 distance away from each other. Okay, now let us go to the next nearest neighbor. ठीक है, next nearest neighbor. The next nearest neighbor के लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? So you have this black atom, उसका nearest neighbor you have this purple type of atom, right? And the next nearest neighbor will be, after this you can see that this is the nearest neighbor, right? So you will have this length here, right? So this is now what? This is now a distance, correct? Yes or no? The next nearest neighbor will be the next corner atom, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
है ना? देखिए, whenever you have to find the nearest neighbor ना, so you find the nearest neighbor, and after that next nearest के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? You see all the neighbors of your nearest neighbor, first nearest neighbor का. So this is your first nearest neighbor, ठीक है? And then this nearest neighbor has 8 neighbor atoms. ठीक है? Fine, yes or no? Tell me. These are all the 8 neighbors of this purple atom.
Yes.
ठीक है, अब आपको देखना है कि ये आपका एटम है जिससे आप लेके चल रहे हैं, ठीक है? सो विच इज द नियरेस्ट एटम, टू दिस रेड एटम इन ऑल ऑफ दीज 8? इन ऑल ऑफ दैट 8 you have, these are the nearest atom. This 1a, this is the another a which is nearest, then you have in down here that is 1a which is nearest, so I'm marking them as yellow. So this is the next nearest neighbor, and you will be having those nearest neighbor here also, in the up also, in the back also, right? So there will be an atom here which will be a distance away. There will be an atom up which will be a distance away. There will be an atom on the back which will be a distance away. So in total you will have 6 atoms, and the length of the distance will be a. Okay, the distance will be a. Is that clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes.
And about a and about there are 6 now. Okay, there are 6 now. Okay, now moving further on, what is the next nearest neighbor? ठीक है, next nearest neighbor के लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? You have the yellow one. So you have the yellow one, and from there you go to the nearest neighbor. So yellow का nearest कौन सा? Yellow का nearest है ये, this black one, correct? नहीं कि नहीं? The black one is the nearest to the yellow atom. Yes or no?
Yes.
है ना? So what is the distance from here to here? The distance from here to here is a root 2. Correct? Phase diagonal distance, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now how many phase diagonals will be there? So you can see that we have previously proved that there will be 12 atoms which are on phase diagonal distance away from each other. Okay, that means a root 2 distance away from each other. Okay, so is all of these 3 fine? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now moving to phase center one. Now for phase center, let me make the phase center atoms. So we have atoms on the corner. Okay, and we have atoms on the phase center also. So this is the top phase center, and this is the left phase center. This is the So these are the face center atoms. Okay. Now let us take one of the corner atoms. Okay. So I'm taking this corner atom, this red one. यहाँ से देखेंगे which is the nearest one, which is the nearest atom. So you all know that this atom is nearest because it is touching each other, right? This atom will be the nearest because these are touching each other, correct? Yes or no? है ना? In face center which are touching, the face diagonal atoms are touching, correct? अरे हाँ या ना?
Yes.
है ना? So what is this distance? This is the half of the face diagonal distance, which is a root 2 by 2, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so the distance is a root 2 by 2. Okay, now this red atom will be touching all the face center atoms of the faces, correct? All the face center atoms of the faces it will be touching, and we have previously proved that, if you remember in the last class, that one corner atom it makes 12 faces, right? It makes 12 faces. So one corner atom will make 12 faces, and in all of those faces there will be a face center atom, and that is why the number of atom will be 12, and that is why the coordination number is also 12, right? As you can see, face centered coordination number is 12. For body centered it is 8, and simple cubic it is 6. So the first nearest neighbor is nothing, but it is the coordination number only. Okay, the distance is a root 2 by 2. The distance is a root 2 by 2. Is that clear? Yes or no? Please tell me. Is this clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, now moving on. This atom, let me now change the color for this atom. This is our nearest neighbor. Okay, after this, what is the neighbor for this green atom? I can say that this black atom is the nearest, is the neighbor of this green atom, right? ठीक है, यहाँ से जाके यहाँ आ सकते हैं हम, है ना? This is the neighbor here. So you have this distance. What is this distance? What is this distance? Tell me. A, right? Yes or no? A. This is distance is A. Okay. Now, what will be the neighbor of this purple atom? This purple atom, if I will go in the face center here, right? This will be the next nearest, correct? Anna? So this yellow atom here, it is the next. Okay. So first of all, let me write it here. This is second nearest neighbor is A. And if you have A here, you will be having one A here, you will be having one A here. Anna? So there will be 6A, right? Whenever you will have A, the number of atoms will be 6. Is that right? Yes or no? Please tell me. Yes, Maya? You will have 6 atoms A distance away from the corner atom. है ना? ये वही वाले पुराने हैं. You have 3 here. These all of these purple atoms, right? All of these purple atoms. These are A distance away. There will be one purple atom in the left side, in the back, and in the top also. ठीक है? अरे हाँ याना. What happened? Others are कोई बात ही नहीं कर, सिर्फ सारा ये बोल रही है. Fatima Munir, Fatima Ansari, Hafsa, what happened? आ रहा है ना?
Yes.
or no? अच्छा ठीक है, ध्यान दीजिए. अब next we have to look at the green, yellow one. Now yellow one के लिए क्या करेंगे हम? I have this distance, and then I have this distance here. Okay. इसको black कर देते हैं. Okay, and then I want to find the distance between the red atom and the yellow atom. Correct? Hi, Kini. Yes or no? Tell me. Please imagine this red atom as the front top left corner of your room. Okay, and this yellow one is the face center of back wall. Okay, it is the face center of back wall. Okay. अरे हाँ या ना बोलिए. इमेजिन कर पा रहे हैं आप लोग, देख पा रहे हैं अपने रूम में this red atom and yellow atom? Yes, Fatima, Hafsa, Sara, yes or no?
Yes.
ठीक है. And you have to make a line from the corner atom to the face center of the back. ठीक है. So we have made up.
Why do we have to join this?
We don't have to join this. We want to find that distance ना. ये distance निकालना है हमको, right? This is the third nearest neighbor.
Okay.
है ना? This is the third nearest neighbor. देखिए, this is the first nearest neighbor, your green atom. Then you have the purple atom, that is the second nearest neighbor. Then you have the yellow atom, which is the next. So this purple atom has a nearest neighbor, which is this yellow one. correct? So that is why we have to find the distance from red to yellow, because our reference atom is red one. Okay, so the distance will be distance square, it will be equal to what? A square. This is the perpendicular, and the base, you can see this black one was what? A root 2 by t, A root 2 by 2, half of the phase diagonal, A root 2 by 2 whole square. So this will be equal to A square plus 2A square by 4, which will give me 4A square plus 2A square divided by 4, which is going to give me 6A square by 4, which is equal to 3 by 2 A square. And if I just write D, it will be equal to 3 by 2A square under root, and D will be equal to A root 3 by root 2. Okay. So the distance will be how much? A root 3 by root 2. Clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, अब देखिए, now it will have this yellow atom, ठीक है, this yellow atom, same distance will be with this yellow atom, same distance will be with this yellow atom. Okay, so you have in the top left corner, so the yellow atom of the right wall, the yellow atom of the back wall, and the yellow atom of the floor. ठीक है, तो फ्रंट में है आपके पास ना, then front का opposite is back, ठीक है, so back wall, top is bottom, so bottom wall, and left is right. Okay, so all the opposite walls that you have in the front, that means you will have an atom in the back wall, back face center, which will be your third nearest neighbor. Then you will have an atom in the bottom one, which will be your third nearest neighbor, and you will have one atom which is on the right wall. All of them will be having A root 3 by 2 distance, A root 3 by 2 distance. Okay, and all of these are the third nearest neighbor. So as you can see, in one unit cell, number of third nearest neighbor is equal to how much? 3. Yes or no? Correct? अरे है कि नहीं? हो what happened? कुछ नहीं दिख रहा क्या आप लोगों को? ये नहीं आया? ऐसा शांत रहती हैं ये लोग. अरे हाँ या ना तो बोल दीजिए कम से कम. नहीं आया ये?
Is it 3?
नहीं, एक तो सही से बोलिए क्या बोल रही हैं आप?
How is it 3?
How is it 3?
It shouldn't it be 4 instead of like
4 कैसे होगा बताइए आप?
explain this one again.
Explain this once again. Okay. Top left corner सारा yes or no? सही है? Okay, top left corner. Then you have this atom here. ठीक है, उसके बाद फेस सेंटर एटम है वो आपके यहाँ पे है. ठीक है, तो see this distance from here to here, and then you have, wait a second, इसको ले लीजिए आप टॉप लेफ्ट कॉर्नर. ठीक है, दिस रेड एटम, इसको ले लीजिए आप टॉप लेफ्ट कॉर्नर. देन यू हैव दिस एटम हियर, एंड आफ्टर दैट you have an atom that is in the face center here. ठीक है, so the distance that is from here, this distance, and then you have this distance here. This is A and this is what? A root 2. ये येलो एटम. ठीक है, उसके बाद आपका the yellow atom that is on the floor. ठीक है, the yellow atom that is on the wall here. All of them आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा ना, you will have to cross. देखिए इस येलो एटम के, ये वन येलो एटम के लिए आने के लिए, के पास आने के लिए you have to cross this distance, right? One of the edge and then the face center. Correct? सही है? Similarly, if you look at the second one, you have to cross this edge and then it is the face center. सही है? For the third one, you have to cross this edge, and then this is the face center. Okay, so you can see that all of these 1 2 3 are same, है ना?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, अब देखिए दूसरे जो फेस सेंटर्स हैं आपकी जो सीलिंग में होगा. So if you have to go to the ceiling face center, you don't have to cross any edge. If you have to go to this left one, you don't have to cross any edge. Correct? If you have to go to this front wall, you don't have to cross any edge. है ना? Because
Yes.
this is what top, front, and it is in the left, right? So the left wall will not have to, you don't have to pass any edge. If the space center is in the left wall, the front wall, or the top wall, but it is in the, if it is in the back wall, or it is in the if it is in the bottom wall or back wall or right wall, then you will have to cross one. ठीक है, तो एक में कितना आ रहा है आपका? In one unit cell you are having 3 atoms which are third nearest neighbor. ठीक है, and एक और चीज आपको दिखा देते हैं. Okay. So this is the corner that I'm looking at, and we have a face center atom here in the back wall. Okay, yes or no? Tell me. All of you can see this wall, correct? अरे हाँ या ना बोलिए, है ना?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Now this center, it will be present in this room also, correct? Yes or no? It will be present in this room also. Okay, fine. Now you see this wall here. Take care, this wall, the left wall. The left wall has a face center atom which is present in both the rooms, correct? But this back face center, it is not shared by any of the rooms in which this corner atom is shared. Okay, so the corner atom is in 8 different rooms, but in all, जिस तरह से ये face wall है ना, this left wall here, this left wall, this atom, it is in this cell also, it is in this cell also. As we have this corner atom is in this cell also, in this cell also, right? But this yellow atom is not shared by any of those rooms in which corner atom is there, correct?
Yes.
है ना? That is why all of these yellow are unique for 8 different unit cell in which you have black atom. That is why 8 into 3. So for each unit cell, you will have 3 atoms which will be touching the corner atom, which will be third nearest neighbor to the corner atom. That is why the total will be 24. That's why the total will be 24. Total number of third nearest neighbor, it will be 24. Okay, is that fine till here? Yes or no? Please tell me. Okay. Acha, when I was asking, na, did you guys get the good news? Good news मिला आपको? Solid state का नहीं मिला. हाँ, okay. Solid state is deleted, but still you are going to give NEET ना? NEET और JEE, right?
Yes.
है ना? तो उसमें तो आएगा, उसमें तो delete नहीं किया ना इन्होंने, ठीक है? And you know what? See, the chapters that they have deleted, states of matter in 11th standard. अब बताइए, ये चैप्टर ठीक है सीबीएसई में नहीं है, लेकिन बिन पढ़ाई कैसे चलेगा, काम चलेगा? स्टेट्स ऑफ मैटर नहीं आएगा तो ठीक है, गैसेस लॉ है उसमें, उसके बाद इट डिपेंड्स लाइक इन स्टेट्स ऑफ मैटर का जो एप्लीकेशन यू हैव इन सम अदर चैप्टर्स आल्सो. ओके फाइन, बट टुडे विल बी लर्निंग अबाउट 2 things here. Okay, today we will be learning about 2 things. Number 1 is formula of compound. You will have a questions related to formula of compound. Formula of compound. Okay, I will give you some questions. Please start writing. ये लिखा था आप लोगों ने?
नहीं सर.
कहाँ लिख लीजिए तो बीसीसी और एफसीसी का लिख लीजिए. आप लोग जो हैं फातिमा, मुनीर, फातिमा अंसारी एंड हफ्सा, यू ऑल विल बी हैविंग हॉलीडेज ना स्कूल? छुट्टी हो रही होगी अभी तो.
From Thursday for me. I mean from Friday.
फ्रॉम फ्राइडे इट इज हॉलीडे या फ्राइडे से छुट्टी मिली हुई है आपको?
Friday से छुट्टी.
फ्राइडे से छुट्टी है. व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स? फातिमा अंसारी?
So I think from Thursday, but I'm not sure.
अच्छा. एंड हफ्सा, व्हाट अबाउट यू?
I guess the next week, like they didn't say anything.
नेक्स्ट वीक कैसे देंगे भाई? यू विल हैव ईद ऑन फर्स्ट ओनली, दिस फर्स्ट और सेकंड. सैटरडे,
Yes.
संडे और मंडे यू विल हैव ना?
Second. Yeah, so the
अच्छा.
next week will.
हाँ ठीक ठीक ठीक. आपका वीक तो सैटरडे से स्टार्ट होता है. सॉरी, लाइक आवर वीक स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम मंडे ना. ठीक है, लिखिए फिर बताइए अगर हो जाए तो. डन.
So can you scroll a little bit down?
डाउन.
Yeah, but
क्या लिख रही हैं आप?
हो गया sir.
हो गया. व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स? हो गया. So let us now do formula of compound. Write the first question with me, okay? A solid is made by two elements. What is happening? P and Q. Wait a second. P, three elements कर दीजिए आप. P, Q, and R. Atoms of P are at corners of cube. Atoms of Q are at three face centers, and atoms of Q and atoms of R are at the remaining face centers. What will be the formula of compound or formula of solid? चलिए लिखिए इसको. Please tell me when you are done writing the question.
Done writing the question.
Done writing the question. Okay, so listen. How are you going to do this question? Please, you will follow what as I am saying. Okay, you don't have to put any effort. Okay, you will be doing as I am saying. So these are the questions. This type of question is where you have been given the positions of different atoms. Okay, so as you can see, you have been given the positions of different atoms. Tell me, where is P located? P कहाँ पे है? Where is the P atoms? Tell me.
Corners of the cube.
Very good. Corners of the cube. Okay. So as you have P, you will write corner of cube. Now, for corners of cube, you tell me how many corners are there in cube? How many corners are there in cube? मार खाइए क्या आप लोग? बोल क्यों नहीं रहे हैं? How many corners? हाँ, 8. What is the contribution of each?
1/8.
1/8, which will be equal to 1. ठीक है. Where are the Q atoms? Tell me. They are in the three of the face centers, right? Correct.
Yes.
ठीक है. So Q atoms, how many Q atoms are there in one unit cell? There are 3 Q atoms, correct, in one unit cell. सही है ना? Yes or no?
Yes.
है ना? Now there are in the phase centers and 3 phase centers they are present. What is the contribution of each? 1 by 2, and this will be equal to 3 by 2. Okay, so whatever answer you get na for P, Q and R, 1, then you have 3 by 2, then you circle them, and then you have R. R is also what? Remaining of the phase center. So how many phase centers are remaining now? You have Q and the 3 of them. तो 3 तो ऑक्यूपाई हो गए.
1.
How many? एक रिमेनिंग है. कौन बोल रही है 1 इतना जोर से वो भी? हाँ, who is this? It was one of the Fatima. हमको नहीं पता कौन. मुनीर. हाँ, फातिमा मुनीर.
No.
Sir, it was me and
फातिमा.
अभी 3 बाकी है.
3 बाकी है ना, तो 1 क्यों बोल रही थी? ठीक है. So again, R is on the remaining. That means 3 of the phase centers. Okay. So you get this again as 3 into 1 by 2. So this will be equal to 3 by 2. ठीक. Now formula कैसे लिखते हैं? Formula will be P, which is 1, Q 3 by 2 and R 3 by 2. अच्छा बताइए, have you ever seen this type of formula? कभी आपने देखा है ऐसा formula fraction में? नहीं ना?
No, sir.
No ना? No. So you have to now convert into simplest whole number ratio. ठीक है, पहले समझते हैं कि फॉर्मूला होता क्या है. तो यू राइट दिस फॉर्मूला ऑफ NaCl, है कि नहीं? लिखते हैं हम लोग, है ना? What does it mean? It means that for each sodium atom there is one chlorine ion, right? For each sodium ion there is one chloride ion, correct? But ये भी तो लिख सकते हैं Na2Cl2, है कि नहीं? इसमें भी तो like the meaning is the same ना. For 2 sodium atoms there are 2 chloride atoms. For 2 sodium ion there are 2 chloride ions, right? Here for 1 there is 1. Meaning तो same है दोनों का, even though the words are different. है कि नहीं? है ना? But we don't write it like this. We write it in the simplest whole number ratio. That means what we do, if I get Na2Cl2, then we divide this both by 2 and we get NaCl. ऐसे ही कुछ करेंगे यहाँ पे हम लोग, है ना? So formulas are ratio exactly. Okay, so if I have MgCl2, what does that mean? For each Mg we have 2 chlorine atoms. That means the ratio is 1:2. Okay, so it is like a ratio. Okay, whatever formula you are writing, they are all kind of a ratio. So what we can do here, we can now divide the whole thing by 2 first. ठीक है, जैसे अगर हम सबको नहीं, sorry, we will multiply the whole thing by 2. Okay, so if I multiply P by 2, then there will be 2 P's, Q will be 3 and R will be 3. Yes or no? हाँ या ना बताइए, ये समझ में आया कि नहीं आया बताइए? यस सर, समझ में आया ना? फातिमा मुनीर, फातिमा अंसारी, हफ्सा.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
ठीक है,
sir.
चलिए छापिए, कॉपी इट डाउन. Done guys, tell me.
Done, sir.
Yes, sir, I'm done.
Okay. Yeah. Similarly, I will be giving you one question. Solid is made up of. A solid is made up of 2 elements, A and B. Atoms of A are at corners of cube and the atoms of B are at alternate face centers. What is the formula of solid? हो जाएगा? Yes or no? Tell me. हो जाएगा? Yes or no?
We'll try.
Okay, try. Done? Guys, done or not done? कुछ बोलते ही नहीं है, हाँ ना तो बोलिए कम से कम. Are you guys done या नहीं? No. No, क्या बोला आपने?
No.
No, okay. We will see Fatima. Fatima Ansari has sent me an answer. We will see. About others, Fatima, Munir, Hafsa, and Sarah. Still doing? Yes, guys, tell me now. चलिए बताइए. Atoms of A, where are they present? Atoms of A कहाँ? Corners. So, how many corner atoms? 8. Contribution is 1 by 8. It will be equal to 1. Atoms of B are at alternate face centers, correct?
Yes.
बताइए कितना होगा? Alternate face center मतलब how many face centers will they be present?
3 face centers.
बच्चों को ये लगता है 3 face centers होगा. Let us see. थोड़ी इसको हम नहीं बनाते हैं. All of you, please see. In your room, you have 6 walls, right? Those are the faces. Let us suppose you have an atom on the ceiling. You have an atom on the face center of the ceiling. Is that okay? All of you can imagine an atom in the ceiling. जहाँ पे fan है वहाँ पे, जिसके घर में fan है.
Yes.
इसके घर में fan नहीं है यहाँ. Who is the one with AC only? Huh? There is one, na? नहीं, not in this class.
Sir, what did you ask?
I asked, do you have a fan on the ceiling?
Yeah.
All of you? नहीं. अच्छा. Okay. It was some other. एक क्लास में कोई था. उसने he was हम बोले हमने कहा था कि like imagine an atom where
Oh,
the
it was
ceiling is
me.
present.
Because in
वो
my
आप ही हैं.
room there is no fan.
अच्छा. अभी है?
There is that
अभी है ना?
other thing.
There's the other thing. Okay.
A
So,
circle.
अच्छा. So you can imagine an atom there, right? An atom there. Now please see. You have a atom that is present on the ceiling. You have an atom that is present on the ceiling, right? That is present on the ceiling. Now, if it is present on the ceiling, then and ceiling is connected to all the 4 walls, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, if this atom is there, then all of the 4 walls, these are adjacent to the ceiling. These are not alternate now. You cannot have any atom in the 4 walls. Yes or no? If you want to keep alternate, then you cannot have any atom in the walls, right? Hai ki nahi? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
All of you understood now? Fatima, Munir, Ansari, and all. So you can only have atom in the floor. If you have an atom in the ceiling, then the alternate face will be the floor, not the wall. So number of faces will be 2 into 1 by 2, which will be equal to 1 again, and hence the formula will be A1, B1, and you can simplify this to AB. समझ में आया आप लोगों को?
Yes.
All of you understood this? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. अब देखिए एक और चीज. When you have, let us suppose you have been asked that there are atoms in the alternate edges. ठीक है. अगर alternate edge होगा तो कोई एक edge पकड़ लीजिए आप. ठीक है. You add an atom in one of the edges. You added atom in this edge. Now you can see that this edge, it is having 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of these edges are adjacent to this edge that is in purple. Let us say where we have the atom. ठीक है. यहाँ पे atom है मेरा, and the black that is darkened. Let me take this yellow. ठीक है. All the yellow ones are adjacent to the purple one. Yes or no? सही है?
Yes, sir.
Then you can have a black atom here, correct? ठीक है. Yes or no?
Yes,
ठीक
sir.
है. Now you have a black atom here. अब देखिए यहाँ पे what are the different edges which are perpendicular, sorry, which are adjacent to this one. So you have this one which is adjacent to the purple line. This one is also adjacent to the purple line. Yes or no? सही है? है ना?
Yes, sir.
Then you have this one where you can place an atom. So this is the purple one once again, where you have the atom. Okay, here you are having an atom. Now this has adjacent edges, which are these two are adjacent edges, and then you can have a atom here. Okay, so if you have alternate edges, then the number of edges will be equal to 4. ठीक है, जिसमें atom होगा. Got it? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes.
So these are the atoms. Okay, ये ध्यान रखिएगा आप लोग when you are doing this. Okay, please. Now this is the first type of question where you will be getting the position of atoms. Okay, wherever the atoms are present, and you will be getting that they are in corners, in phase centers, in alternate phase centers. Sometimes you also be like it is in half of the phase centers. Okay, or they can be like it is in 5 of the phase centers. Then you just have to put the number 5 into 1/2. Okay, the number of atoms that is present in one unit cell that you have to put and multiply by the contribution. Number of atoms, then multiply it by the contribution, and you will be getting some number. इसको आप circle कीजिएगा, and then you write it in the subscript, and after that you just simplify the nearest whole number ratio. But there is type 2 questions. There is type 2 questions in which you will be asked like this. A solid is made by up of two atoms, A and B. Okay, atoms of A make CCP, cubic close packing, and atoms of B are present in 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids. What is the formula of compound or formula of solid? Okay, fine. Yes or no? Tell me. Write the question. Write the question. A solid is made up of two atoms, A and B. Atoms of A make CCP. Atoms of A make CCP, and B atoms are present in 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids. Okay, atoms of B are at 2/3 of the tetrahedral voids. Done writing the question? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, atoms of A. A कहाँ पे है? A is making CCP. Yes or no? A is making CCP. हाँ या ना? अरे yes or no? Tell me. What is the
Yes,
phase?
sir.
What is sorry? What is the unit cell for CCP? It is FCC. FCC is the unit cell for CCP. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Tell me. अब ये बताइए FCC का Z कितना होता है? What is the Z for
4.
FCC? 4. You just write 4 here, okay? Because all the atoms that are making an FCC, so FCC, how many atoms make FCC? 4 atoms make FCC, right? The required number of atoms. Then Z is what? For FCC it is 4. And where is B present? Circle it also. B is at the 2/3 of, it is in 2/3 of tetrahedral voids. That means 2/3 of का मतलब होता क्या? Multiplication, yes or no? You have remembered na, this board mass. In board mass also, what is off? Off is required, and off is written for multiplication, right? 2/3 of tetrahedral voids. 2/3 into tetrahedral void is how much in FCC? Tell me. Tetrahedral voids कितने होते हैं in FCC? FCC में कितने होते हैं tetrahedral voids?
2n.
एक यूनिट सेल में 2n कितना हो जाएगा? बताइए n कितना है? n कितना है फिर? 2n तो होता है. What is n? कितना?
N is 2/3.
N is नहीं 2/3 भाई. N is 2/3 of the octahedral voids is present. What is the how many other completely 4? N is 4. तो कितना हो जाएगा? 2n 8 हो जाएगा. So this will be equal to how much? 8 to the 16/3. सही है? अरे हाँ या ना बोलिए. हाँ या ना बोलिए. Okay, so A is 4, B is 16/3. So for simplest whole number ratio, first I will multiply by 3. So A कितना हो जाएगा? 4 3s are 12, and B will be 16 only, right? Then what I will do? I will divide by 4. So you'll get A is what? If I divide by 12 by 4, it is 3, and B will be equal to 4. Yes or no? A3 B4. बताइए. ये समझ में आया? हाँ या ना?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, समझ में आया? राइट दिस डाउन. Write this down. So this is the second type of question in which you have some atoms which make a particular kind of packing, and there is some atoms which are present in the voids. Okay, there will be atoms which are present in the void, and most of the time, you will be only getting CCP or HCP. The solid is made of two atoms, or atoms of A, they make CCP, or they form CCP arrangement, or the lattice is HCP, or they make array of SCP, or they make array of CCP. This type of wordings will be used. Okay, so please write this down. We will have one more question.
सर सिंप्लीफाई करने के लिए हम किससे भी मल्टीप्लाई या डिवाइड कर सकते हैं?
ठीक है, सिंप्लीफाई करना हम तो नहीं सिखाएंगे ना. ये आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा, ये आपको समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा, ये बताइए आप पहले. यहाँ से यहाँ कैसे गए?
हाँ, उसको 3 से मल्टीप्लाई करें इसीलिए.
दोनों को है ना, लेकिन दोनों को
हाँ.
किया हमने. ठीक है ना, तो वो कर सकते हैं. रेशियो है ना, तो रेशियो के दिमाग में रखिए. ठीक है, और उसके बाद सिंप्लीफाई कर लीजिएगा. ये तो डिपेंड करेगा ना कि आपके नंबर्स कौन से हैं. देन ओनली यू कैन, किसी भी से कर सकते हैं, लेकिन सेम नंबर से करना रहता है. रेशियो के जैसा, इसमें ज्यादा ही क्या ही बोले. जी, हो गया सबका?
यस सर.
ओके, राइट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सारा आपको जाना है क्या?
नहीं, टाइम
टाइम है अभी. ठीक है, एक सवाल कर लेते हैं. I'm just writing like this. Okay, atoms of A make HCP, and atoms of B are at 1/3 of tetrahedral voids. Okay, what is the formula for that? Okay, formula. Fatima, I am telling for you. ठीक है, चीज आपको हम भेज दे रहे हैं, बिकॉज आपने HCP वाला नहीं किया ना फातिमा मुनीर.
Yes.
ठीक है,
Thank you, sir.
now the n, it has a same. Okay, wait a second. PV दिया है ना हमने. PV होता है आपका 2n यहाँ पे. ठीक है, इफ यू रिमेंबर, ये हमने दोनों पैकिंग के लिए लिखा दिया था. फॉर बोथ ऑफ द पैकिंग्स ABAB and ABC the tetrahedral voids is double the number of octahedral voids, which is equal to 2n. ठीक है, n का मतलब वही है जो FCC में था. चलिए कीजिए इसको, सिंप्लीफाई करके बताइए कितना आ रहा है आंसर.
लेट अस सी सारा. ओके, देखते हैं. अच्छा, इफ यू वांट टू गो सारा देन यू कैन गो. हम बताते हैं आपको आंसर सही है या नहीं है. इट विल बी ओके. एंड 1/3 है, so it will be into 4 हो जाएगा वहां पे, और यहाँ पे 6 रहेगा. 4 6 यानी कि हाँ 4 and 6 उल्टा कर दिया आपने सारा. चेक इट. आई थिंक यू हैव डन इट समथिंग रॉन्ग हियर. टोटल बी कितना आ रहा है आपका, बताइए तो सारा. टोटल बी कितना आ रहा है इन द चैट? टेल मी व्हाट इज द टोटल नंबर ऑफ बी. नहीं, वो कैसे आएगा? 2n आप ध्यान रखिए ना. नहीं, इतना कैसे आएगा? 1/3 ऑफ टेट्राहेड्रल वाइट्स, राइट? सो 1/3 into how much? 1/3 into ठीक ठीक. सॉरी, वो 4 ठीक है. अच्छा सॉरी, माय बैड. तो ठीक है. ये आपका यहाँ पे it will be 4 and हाँ ये ठीक है. सॉरी, माय बैड. ठीक है, ओके. यस, फातिमा सिंप्लीफाई हो जाएगा ना. और देखिए आपका आंसर, फातिमा अंसारी. सारा यू कैन लीव. ओके ओके, चलो भाई, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, टेक केयर. यस फातिमा
जी सर.
अंसारी, वो और सिंप्लीफाई हो जाएगा ना आपका आंसर. देखिए इट कैन बी सिंप्लीफाइड मोर ना.
यस सर.
कीजिए सिंप्लीफाई. हफ्सा कहाँ है? हफ्सा की आवाज ही नहीं आ रही आज. वेयर इज हफ्सा? सिंप्लीफाई तो किया आपने, लेकिन सही सिंप्लीफाई नहीं किया है. ठीक है, देखिए.
हफ्सा, आर यू देयर? हफ्सा, टेल मी. नहीं है हफ्सा यहाँ पे.
यस सर.
बताइए. ए, वेयर आर दी ए? दे आर मेकिंग HCP, राइट? दे आर मेकिंग HCP, सही है? Yes or no?
यस.
What is the Z for HCP? What is the Z for HCP? जल्दी जल्दी. What is the Z for HCP? नहीं याद. हाँ हफ्सा.
6.
6, ठीक है. And B is at 1/3 of tetrahedral whites. कितना जाएगा? 1/3 into how many tetrahedral whites are there? 12, right? क्या 6 फिर से बोल रही हैं आप? 1/3 into 12 ना. This Fatima Ansari?
6 times 6, right?
Why 6 times 6? Why?
Because 2 times tetrahedral word.
2 into n ना, है ना?
हाँ.
तो 2 into n कितना है? 6 है. n कितना होता है? नंबर ऑफ एटम्स ना, 12 होगा.
Yes.
फातिमा अंसारी, आप तो थे ना उस क्लास में जहाँ पे हमने चार्ट बनाया था, तो वहां पे प्लीज देख लीजिए आप एक बार. यहाँ पे लिखा था हमने HCP, लास्ट में लिखा होगा हमने ऑक्टाहेड्रल एंड टेट्राहेड्रल वाइट्स. ठीक है, चलिए. तो ये कितना हो जाएगा? 4. तो A is 6, B is 4, which will be equal to A3, है ना? If you divide this by 2, this will be A3 and B will be 2. ठीक है, write this down.
डन हो गया.
यस सर.
यू विल गेट असाइनमेंट. प्लीज असाइनमेंट करके आइएगा. ठीक है, फॉर्मूला ऑफ कंपाउंड करेगा, उसमें सवाल होंगे कुछ जो आपसे कुछ नहीं बनेंगे. ठीक है, कुछ आपसे नहीं बनेंगे, कुछ सवाल होंगे उसमें. प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट you ask me those questions in the next class, that is on Wednesday. Okay
यस.
okay.